guess we'll begin. So can you tell us a little bit about what new developments are going on with Black Dynamite?
Well, I mean, this is cartoon. I don't want to sound stupid, but
specifically with the new season of the animation.
Well, we're doing a whole lot of fun stuff with the animated series. Like, we get a chance to be animated, which sounds crazy, but still, it's a rather animated character. But now with animation, like, you know, Black Dynamite can literally put his foot up somebody's behind. You know what I mean? So it's it's fun, the action element and everything else. So we're doing a lot of crazy stuff, and we're gonna get sued.
Now, if I understand correctly, you have you're actually wearing the producer hat also in the series. How do you like it? Like, I mean, you have a lot more creative control. How are you?
Well, I mean, I being that this is this realm is the animated. I mean, I have to step back and look at the professionals do their thing. I mean, Carl Jones has been doing this for a lot of years, so I'm a student, So I basically, in the producer's position, sometimes you have to have patience for other actors and stuff like that who come late to things, and and then sit down and with their red glasses on.
I had to use the bathroom. Thank you.
Because they always have to use the bathroom because they have a weak bladder.
I have a small bladder to go with my small body.
Yeah. And so it's those hats that we get to wear, but it's a whole lot of fun.
So just so we can backtrack, we have animated series on Adult Swim. It'll be out July 8th, and got one season so far. And Carl Jones, Brian Ash, Scott Fuselier, myself, co-writers on the show.
And he's Byron Minns.
And I'm Byron Minns, also co-writer for the film Black Dynamite. My main man, Michael J. White.
And he's also Bullhorn.
And Bullhorn, too. Yeah. But no, we're having a good time. And we're we're able to, because we're in the 70s, we're able to bring back a lot of the 70s icons on the show. We have a show with Richard Pryor.
We didn't bring back Richard Pryor.
Not actually.
We
can't do that. But we brought him back as best as we could, And Mr. T, a lot of fun characters. Michael Jackson, young Michael Jackson.
Mr. T is still here.
Yeah,
we bring him back.
To younger.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But yeah, no, it's been fun, and watching it from the production standpoint as well. Animation is very, very detailed. So it's been great. And I think people will enjoy it for sure. And we have Kim.
I'm only Honeybee. I ain't got all those hats they got. That's it. Honeybee, that is me.
You're the only one wearing a hat.
And I'm the only one wearing a hat. I sure am. And some false eyelashes. Hey.
You ain't the only one. No, these are real.
Whatever.
You were looking.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. That's hilarious.
First time meeting. But it could be.
Good. I'm so glad somebody can get him back.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Good.
That's funny.
My question is, my name is Gid Freeman from comicattack.net. Big fan of the movie. My question is, after the movie, was it just natural to say, we want to push this thing further, we want to go into another medium? Because I know you guys had the comic book, which was great, but was it the choice to go to animation first, do the comic, or vice versa? Or was it just, hey, we're having a good time, as long as we're having fun with it, can we keep doing it?
That goes to Ars Nova, who are our producers, and John Steingart in particular is very passionate about the project, and so it's always been his desire to keep the brand moving. So I think he kind of actively sought that out, and then also too, Carl Jones and Brian Ash were big fans of the movie, so somehow that kind of naturally happened. They just kind of gravitated towards each other, and then this was, the animated series was born out of that.
Were you considering doing it for any other networks? Was it always like Cartoon Network, Adult Swim from the very beginning?
Well, there was a few others, but I don't know that we should be talking about it. But
exactly.
yeah, there were a few others.
but Cartoon Network was the best fit.
Yes.
That's what makes it. You want to go where your creative juices can flow freely.
Yes.
And it worked out.
Yeah, Adult Swim.
Yeah, Adult Swim, right.
I'm Tom from Loomings. It's a CW Post entertainment magazine. Was there any difficulty, like getting the, since it's different, it's an animated show, having the feel of the movie while still feeling like a cartoon?
Well, it's a delicate balance. Of course, you can do a lot more in the cartoon. There's a lot more accepted in the cartoon than you can in the movie. But even the style is a bit different. It's of course, it's by nature more animated. So and we're always trying to protect that line because it's an easy line to go over. So you can go really crazy, but you want to stay loyal to the fans of the movie and stay loyal to the tone and concept.
And at the same time still stretch out, which is really funny. But we were able to find that balance. I think the guys that are involved were really students of the film and really enjoy the film. So naturally they just kind of moved into the same group that we set up initially. And then then with the animation they just took it to to the outer stratosphere because they could. So yeah, it's a good marriage. It's a good marriage.
That was a good word. I would have messed it up, but that was a good marriage instead of good fit. Because you could have just gone with good fit. Oh, I like the way you put that together.
That was actually good.
That was pretty good.
Let's make him. He should talk to us.
I can't say nothing because I'm gonna mess up something.
I'm gonna say too much.
Too much, right? I'm gonna keep you in the middle. Yeah.
He's like
This is when I stopped talking.
He's like the mama bear.
Yes, that is hilarious.
Thank you.
Scared to death now.
Okay. Tom from Long Island University's entertainment magazine. Big fan of the film. And, excited to hear about the show.
Could you yell, please? Because we can't.
I was a big fan of the movie and very excited to hear about the show. What was were there any difficulties transferring like the humor and the style, basically the soul of the movie into an animated form?
No, I don't think so. I mean, just about everyone that was involved in the movie is involved in the show. So it works. I mean, we have a great team that delivers the same voice, the same sensibilities that the movie delivered.
Question. My name is Skid from ComicAttack.net. Question: when it came to like voice casting, I know you already had the principal cast, and you were going to introduce brand new characters. Did you guys already have people in mind that you knew that they would be a perfect fit for the new characters that would be introduced to us?
Yes. Well, yes and no. I know a lot of great funny people that we wanted to work with, and then there were certain people that I knew right away. Yes, if we get something, like for example, Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like we got Snoop on the show. Obviously, there's nobody more pimp than Snoop. So you can't have a Black Dynamite series and not have Snoop. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, and we brought back a lot of other people too, like Sharpa Giddy Up, Tasty Freeze, Arsenio Hall's guy. Deborah Wilson is tremendously amazing. She's just an amazing talent. We got her.
So you got people who wouldn't do the movie, but now are doing the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like Clifton
Powell.
Clifton Powell was didn't want to do the movie, but now he's doing the cartoon.
Also, Chris Reed, the kid from Kid and Play, hysterical.
Oh, Kid's in it?
He's fucking hysterical. Wait, you see.
Okay, that's great.
He pays a leprechaun pit.
I got One more question, just time frame wise, in relation to the movie, when does the animated series take place? Because Bullhorn is in there.
Everyone keeps asking about
I
it.
know. It's cartoons, man. He's back.
Yeah, we don't even explain it.
All right. I mean, Tommy's in it too. Cream Corn's in it too.
Yeah.
So Tommy dies. He dies in the helicopter in the movie. So we bring everybody back.
And we're going to kill people and bring them back to life all through the series.
No explanation. All right,
Yeah.
just have fun with it. Got you. Thank you.
Baldwin from Covered by St. Louis.
Okay.
The question is, like he brought up like bringing that whole cast dynamic from the movie. Like, was it? I'm not saying was it hard, but like, how did you? I mean, as voice acting goes, sometimes you have everyone in the room, sometimes you don't, just because of schedules. Were you able to have everyone in the same room at the same time, or?
Not yet. Not yet. We're trying to do that this week actually. We're trying to do that this week. We got a couple of characters that we want Donnell Rollins and Charlie Murphy to play. And if it works out, and I can get both of them guys in the room, it's going to be amazing. I mean, that's, we did that on the Boondocks a lot. When you get so much good natural, comedy because they're playing off of each other and they can vibe off each other's energy. But even with that said, without it, we've gotten some. When we record people, like we let them go off script. It's really important just to get a really natural, organic, funny read from everyone. So we'll tell them get it this way and then do what you want to do. Another guy that's also in the show I forgot to mention is Orlando Jones. Really, really amazing. He plays his bass head in the community. And
I didn't know you got Orlando.
Hilarious.
All right. Awesome.
His name is Basshead. That's his name.
With everyone not being in the same room, unlike in the movie, obviously everyone's interacting, does that change any of the humor, the way you write it at all, to make it work as standalone bites, or is it something?
Nah, because I have them all in my head when they're in the same head when I'm writing. No, not really, man. Because we try to write it as if. The dialogue is real dialogue. When we write Honeybee or we write Black Dynamite's lines, we're writing from Kim Whitley's, what Kim Whitley brings to the character is from that voice of Kim Whitley. So it's really just finding the thing that those characters do really well and homing in on that and allowing the character to actually write the script for you. Like Tommy Davidson, he's Cream Corn, but he's Tommy Davidson. So when I'm writing the script, I'm thinking, what would Tommy say here? It's either way. I think it works really well.
Just as a follow-up, as far as the process, when you're writing the script and you're coming down to outside of the dialogue, but like the actual situations, do you work from a place of trying to pull the situation, all the different situations in your head, and pulling it into one script, one idea for an overall plot, or are you pulling like a plot and then trying to plot?
That's always the fight. It's like you come up with an idea, and you're like, man. Do we add another twist to this plot, or do we make that entire episode on its own? It just depends on how many episodes we got in the can and what our deadlines are. But yeah, a lot of times those ideas, either they'll be similar enough to where they can go in the same episode, or it might just be an interesting twist, and we'll just go ahead and make it happen. It might be weird, but it'll be funny enough to call for. And then there's sometimes we think this could be a movie. we say, let's don't put this in the series. Put this in the back burner. So yeah, that's always the conflict. Like you just never know.
Speaking of episodes, how many are we to look forward to?
10
episodes for the first season? Nice.
The villain in the movie was Tricky Dick Nixon. In the pilot episode for the animated series, it was a bunch of Muppets. Like, what else can we expect villain-wise?
Snoop plays a villain. I can't give you too much. Man, Tricky Dicky
he comes back.
Yeah, he's back. Elvis is kind of a villain this season.
Wait, did you get him to play Nixon to play the voice again? You got somebody else to play Nixon?
Now we got Jonathan Kite.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can't. I don't want to give too much away at this point, but Snoop, that's a lot.
even though that you now have an animated series based on it, was there ever maybe a hope for a sequel, a movie sequel?
There should be a sequel. We're working on one kind of now. You know, it's just we got so many. We did a movie, and then we got the cartoon in place, and then we got the comic book, and so it's like it's just trying to get through all the incarnations of Black Dynamite. And then we got to figure out who's going to fight in the end. That was a question I got at San Diego Comic Con. Who's he gonna fight in? It's like they want me to give away who the last villain.
He already beat the head honky. Who can he fight after that?
Yeah, and I'm like I haven't written it yet.
We must know.
Thanks.